Look who's here. Steve Hilton joins me. Harris told CNN that she would enforce the border laws. Are voters going to buy that?
Of course not, because she's had all these years in power to enforce the border laws. And we know from her track record that that's not true. And we know, look at all these issues where she's just saying things that she thinks are going to get her through the next few weeks. But you know that in her heart, as a far-left Democrat politician, she doesn't believe in it. And she always ends up pandering to the far left. That's her record. And so you can expect, once the election's out of the way, it goes right back to the far left positions that are her true positions.
Steve, listen to what Harris had to say about her day one agenda. Roll it.
If you are elected, what would you do on day one in the White House?
Well, there are a number of things. I will tell you, first and foremost, one of my highest priorities is to do what we can to support and strengthen the middle class. When I look at the aspirations, the goals, the ambitions of the American people, I think that people are ready for a new way forward.
So what would you do day one?
Day one, it's going to be about, one, implementing my plan for what I call an opportunity economy.
You know, Steve, that was kind of vague. I'm really not sure what kind of plan she's got.
It's absolutely laughable, Stuart. And that answer right there tells you why she is not qualified to be president. She's had over a month to prepare for this interview. That question, what would you do on day one? It's the most obvious question that any candidate would have to answer. Just watch her body language apart from what she said. The first moment she was asked that question, she starts looking away, scratching her face. She doesn't have a clue. And that's the truth about Kamala Harris that was revealed the last time that she ran for president. She's clueless on policy. She flounders when it comes to policy. And that's why that interview last night was actually so revealing. It shows that she is a weak, unprincipled machine politician, doesn't know what she thinks about the issues, can't explain why she's changed her position apart from the true answer, which is political expediency. And the final point, and this is the really serious point, Stuart, is that in office, and I've seen this firsthand, when leaders are elected, yes, they say what their plans are and they can make their promises, but the real test is how you respond to unpredictable future events. That's what you're really judging when you elect a leader. And someone who doesn't have a strong set of beliefs and convictions that they stick to is incredibly dangerous in office because they lurch around all over the place and can't stand up to pressure.
I'm going to move on to your favorite subject. There's a bill in the California legislature requiring schools to come up with a plan to limit or ban cell phones during the school day. You hate smartphones, I know you do. So I guess you are in favor of a total ban, right?
Well, for children, you know, I've been arguing that for about 10 years. Finally, Stuart, the world has caught up to me and seen the light and saw that I was right all along. Look, we need children to be focused on what's important in school. Of course, paying attention in the classroom, but actually what's been so interesting at schools around the country, I think it was Florida that really started all this, is when you actually stop smartphones being used during the whole school day, you get much better behavior from kids in break time as well as in the classroom. There's less bullying, kids actually talk to each other, they play games with each other, they have human interaction. And I think that is a good thing.
Last one, Steve. Politico reports that you are considering a run for California governor. Any truth to that? And if you did run, would you be a Republican?
Well, Stuart, I can say right now, as you know, because we've talked about it for the last year or so, I've been focused on the challenges California faces. We've been, my organization Golden Together, putting out policy reports on all the big issues from housing and the business climate. We've got more to come. Everyone can see that California needs a change. And that article, yes, I can confirm that is accurate. I am looking at this very seriously. Right now, Stuart, the focus for me is trying to help Republicans get elected this year in 2024. We need more Republicans in the state legislature so we can start fighting back against the far left nonsense. So that's my focus for the time being. But yes, that article is accurate.
Wow. Okay, Governor, come back and see us anytime you like. Okay, that's good stuff, Steve.
I certainly will. Thank you, Stuart.
Good luck to you, fella. All right.